So, hey man, we got JP1, um, the one of the best entrepreneur acceleration coaches out here. And man, I just want to thank you for just hopping on, taking our time to hop on tonight, on another mastermind business and brainstorming session. And I had a couple things that I wanted to really just jump into, a couple of topics that I wanted to get your perspective on. And, I think it's going to be good for the community and for our community over at Mastermind Business and, just for the community in general. Um, so, real quick, let me get an intro.
My name is Alvin JP1 Hill, as he said. Most people call me either JP or Jackpot. The last few months, I've actually adopted the coach thing. I started my entrepreneurial acceleration program. It's called Real Life XP. And to be completely honest, I only had 3 people in there. 20 people signed up, but only 3 people showed up, which was cool because the workload was extremely heavy. And it was my first cohort of it. And I didn't realize how much work I had to put in. So it ended up being all right. Basically what I do is I help entrepreneurs deal with mindset, which I found to be very important in my journey. I am I'm a 10-time felon technically. Really, it's just 2 cases that turned into a whole bunch of different charges. And I did state time, federal time, but my last time, I did 9 years in the state from 18 to 27, and then I went to the feds from about 30 to 35, maybe. So I got
Mhm.
out, I did 2017 to 2021. In that time, the only difference was I had a mindset shift. So I understood how different you had to think to make any type of progress. So basically, I went in there, I got a degree, I got my associate's degree, and one of the professors, he told me, look, man, don't let this be, a career. You got some sense, do good in here and go home. They're going to pay for it. And that's what they did. I came home in 21. Wayne State University gave me a scholarship. I got my bachelor's last year, which was 23. And earlier this year, I got my master's degree. I graduated at the top of my class all 3 times. It's all mental. So, what I did, I just locked in. And what I realized was on my way graduating in 2019, I ran into another professor and I turned in a business plan. And he read the business plan and he came back and he had printed copies of this business plan. And he was like, this is what a business plan should look like. And he gave me a lot of information from his own consulting company. And he was like, look, man, this is something you need to think about. And that's what I did. I came home and I started consulting. It started with credit repair. As you see, I put this on purpose, yo. I had something on, but I got my Credit Hero shirt on. I started doing credit repair first, and I met a mentor. My mentor introduced me to business credit, and as I was going through school and getting my business degrees, I learned business credit, um, funding, different things like that, and that's what I've been helping entrepreneurs with over the past few years. Coming into this year, I decided to finish what I started. I mapped out a course. I finished the course in maybe April, and coming into May and June, I started working on the actual coaching program. So the course is available for free. It's about 5 hours worth of material. Is on my site. Literally everything free on there. Um, but the course, I just took the course. I made it a coaching program. I dwindled it down from 12 months. I seen we can do it in 6 if we locked in and you give people too much space. So that's pretty much where we at with it. In the last year, I ran across High Level. I don't know how many people familiar with High Level, and I realized it was a tool that we all needed. Everybody is piecing the features together in something. But once I started working, actually, I wasn't looking for High Level. I had somebody build out my own platform. And what happened was they built a platform and then they couldn't accept payments the right way. And I was like, look, man, I got somebody trying to sign up. There's no way to do this. And they introduced me to High Level Basic. And I've been rolling with High Level for about a year. I had other little things in between there, but basically, business is all systems and processes. So once I learned that, I kind of implemented that into what I do. So now I help people generate leads, and you need leads to make money. Leads turn into clients, clients turn into money.
Most
That's
definitely.
just it.
Most
That's it.
definitely.
So that's the gist of it, Joe.
No, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I want to dive right into module 2 of our program, and that's market research and idea validation. Can you share a surprising insight you discovered doing your market research that shaped your business idea?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. People value what they pay for. That's one of the biggest things we got to do, because a lot of times we want to look out, we want to do certain things, and I've done that. Like I found myself doing that up until the last few months, like where I really had to think about it. Like, dang, stuff, the things that we do, whatever your service is, it can be time consuming.
Definitely.
Even if you're pretty good at it and you can, you know, delegate some things somewhere, even to come up with ideas and everything is time consuming. So we got to get out of the habit of, oh man, I'm gonna look out. Now, if somebody want to barter with you and you can see an exchange that makes sense, that's cool. But if somebody is not willing to pay for it, they don't really value it.
Okay.
And it could be, it could be exchange of services, but I mean, if they don't want to put any type of dollar sign on it, so I like even with the program, I had 3 people in there. I did it for free. Man, it was hell catching up with these people,
Right.
and I'm literally doing hours of week between the group coaching and the one-on-one coaching, and the things that I'm doing in between there to make sure that they have what they need between coaching sessions. And I realized that, like, man, you can't put a price on it. I don't care if it's $200, just put something on it and make somebody value it. That's very important. That's what I learned, man, and just dealing with people in general. They value what they
I,
pay for.
I agree. I agree. I always tell people like, hey, you got to make people commit for sure. I know you was talking about business planning earlier. What's the most critical element of your business plan that you believe sets you apart from your competitors?
Understanding your value proposition. If you understand your value proposition, with me, I came home in 21. Everybody had money. When I say everybody, listen, I don't care what you did. I don't care. Even if you shooting videos, people had money to pay for videos. Whatever it was, if you had advertising, somebody had the money to pay for it. So when I came home, people was jumping out of jets. Like this was the stuff I'm running across on social media. So me going into this space, I was like, dang, I got to jump out of jets. You know what I'm saying? So me and my guy Nep, Nep like, look, bro, let's go rent this and do this. I'm like, bro, this really ain't my thing. You know what I said? He literally like Nep down with whatever I'm down with. He like, look, he's sending me locations. Like, look, they renting out this Airbnb and this and that, bro. We can go shoot some commercials in here. I'm like, bro, this really ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be you. So once I understood my value proposition wasn't to be jumping out or renting helicopters and Bentleys. It's to be me, and I realize this, you don't get a lot of me's, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you have to build on. Whatever you are, you have to build on that. Now people do want to see success. So even with my background, it went from a picture to this to that. And just this little thing with the lights, people love it. They like, oh man, I like the ambiance. It's just a good feeling. And people will grow with you. So you just gotta start. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know what the end goal is and what you're trying to build on, which is your value proposition, then you are doing what everybody else is doing, and it's hard to set yourself apart doing that.
I love that. I love that. Ooh, I love that for sure. So I know you really, every business have to budget, really has to have some type of financial literacy. How do you approach budgeting for your business and what strategies do you use to ensure financial stability?
What doesn't get measured does not get improved upon, right? So, about a year or so ago, I was freestyling. I made money. I've made money all of my life, like literally, from the time I was a kid. I've always been a hustler, so I've never budgeted. I've literally like, man, I'm a hustle. I'm a hustle. I'm a hustle. When I got indicted by the feds in 15, I didn't realize how much money I was spending. I've never budgeted, never looked at it. I literally said, my hustle gonna take care of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? My hustle will cover it, whatever it was. And when I got indicted and then things start to get, a little unraveled, I was like, dang, why I'm still making money, but I'm like going in the hole. And I'm like, dang, what's going on? And I realized I was spending 10 grand a month. You like literally sat down, and that was at just my bills. That wasn't like, okay, I want to go do something fun. I want to take a trip. It was literally like my bills were 10 grand a month. And to be completely honest, I had a wife and a girlfriend and 2 kids at the time. I had kids back to back. Both of them had kids. I had a lot going on. So that's what you do in the street. You accumulate all type of liabilities, right? So I did that, and I just had a lot going on. And I looked up and I'm like, dang, I got this nice condo. I got all this stuff. I was in motion in music. I can't slow down, so I'm doing tours. I'm doing all kind of stuff, and I'm like, dang, I'm spending a lot of money, and that was the first time where actually looking at my expenses hit me because I never had to. And it ain't like I just made a whole lot of money all my life, but whatever it was, my hustle covered. So going into last year, I started doing taxes. And when I did my taxes, I realized I did six figures. I didn't even know. I really wasn't like budgeting. And I was like, dang, I made six figures, but I only got like 6 grand in the bank. Right? And I'm like, I'm not like a flashy person. So I'm like, where's all this money going? And I had to like literally think about it. Like I had to literally go through and say, okay, I'm spending too much over here. I'm doing this. So coming into this year, I did make some investments in my business because they were needed. I got websites done, funnels done. I hired a marketing team, which still is on my team. And listen, man, I get leads all day, thanks to my marketing team. So they not going nowhere. Um, and it's literally like you got to know what to spend money on. It's not that you run a business, you're going to spend money.
Definitely.
You're going to spend money. It's impossible not to spend money. What you got to realize is you need to make money. So when you go to spend money, you got to say, okay, what's needed for me to make money? Like you can't go out and do something today and go spend $5,000, especially as an entrepreneur, and you don't know where you're gonna get the money back from.
Definitely.
Right. So that was big, is me actually understanding the return. So once you understand your return on your investment, money is not the problem. So I spend money on ads every month, but I understand where the money going and how I'm making the money back. So
Yes.
you gonna spend the money. You entrepreneur, you gonna spend the money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got to spend money to make money. You were just talking about your marketing team, though, and the importance of that. What unconventional marketing strategy has worked best for your brand? How did you come up with it?
Consistent content. As y'all see, I got all of this on right now. I got my setup right now. I've been on live all day, like literally. I've been on live all day, and I don't go on live all day every day, but the last few days since the election and all that, I've been on there making my content about the election. And then I started a new YouTube page last week, and I talked to one of my guys who have a pretty successful YouTube page now. He's monetizing. He got like a lot going on. And I talked to him yesterday, and he was like, bro, you just got to keep making content. So today I've been on here 3 times. I had microphone problems earlier. I don't know what happened, but I came back on here. I come on here. And what you got to realize is like things like StreamYard. I have StreamYard. I have Opus that make clips for me. I have different pieces of software that I use. And it don't matter. I'm paying the same amount for the software no matter how much I use it. My StreamYard guy, it was like the memory was getting full, and I just dumped the memory today because I've already repurposed the content. No matter what, you're spending the money anyway. I'm literally coming on here. I'm gonna make content every day. I'm gonna make content every day, whether it's repurposed clips I'm sharing or whether it's coming on live. I'm making content every day. You gonna like it, you gonna hate it. You don't like it, just block me, and I'm gonna be cool with it because I gotta make content.
Most definitely, most definitely. So, what's the
People want to
most?
see you.
Nah, people do want to see, and I tell our members that all the time. They want to see you. They want to know who you are. They want to know your story. That's why we've been, that's one of the reasons why we launched M.O.B TV, because we've really been working on, really increasing the content, aspect of us working with our different members and affiliates and different campaigns that we're working on. People want to see what we're doing, and we've been building content for days. That's my background, digital media production. So that's something that I understood even way back when we was in the music business. Content is key, and it was only right for us to launch M.O.B TV. We got
Definitely.
abundance of content that and we can take you either or. We can take you wherever you want to go with it. So that's the
Yep.
blessing about what we've been doing. So you definitely been doing the right thing, bro, for sure. And your content, I be on there watching your content all the time, so it's definitely working for sure. So
Thank you.
most definitely. What's the most memorable customer interaction you've had? How did it impact your approach on sales and service?
So, um, I got a brother that I got like a bond with from music, and when I first started doing credit repair, which was 2021. I started doing credit repair. He reached out to me, and I was like, "Look, man, I'm literally just learning this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you like my second paid client." He was like, "Yeah, bro, it's cool." He like, "It's cool. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get it together." And I did. Like, and he told me, he said, "Bro, I'm living on my sister's couch." He was going through a divorce. It wasn't that he just everything was messed up. He like, my credit's just bad, and I can't get nowhere to stay right now. And I was like, "Dang, bro, that's real." You know what I'm saying? And I worked on his credit. You know what I'm saying? I gave him a discount, whatever whatever we could do. He paid me. He wasn't gonna never let me do it for free. But he paid me, and he was like, "I'm gonna get you some more clients." And he did that. Within the course of me working on his, he sent me two or three um lady friends or whatever he was familiar with, his sister. Like, it was like he was sending me people all the time. And about a year or so later, maybe 18 months later, he bought a house. And he was like, "Bro, I really appreciate you." You know what I'm saying? And like, literally everything that I do, he was one of the three people in my coaching group. Like, everything that I do, he supported. I started doing taxes this year. I'm like, "Look, man, I'm gonna do taxes." Because I was giving the money away. I'm like, "Look, I'm gonna do taxes." I learned taxes last year and started doing them this year. And he reached out to me. He said, "Bro, I just seen you post you do taxes. Why you ain't say nothing?" I'm like, "Oh man, I'm just learning." He was like, "That's cool, bro. I got last year, this year. I'm gonna send you this stuff." And I did his taxes. He sent his mom, his sister, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's good. It's cool for somebody to trust you as a person. And they like, "Look, man, you a cool dude." But it's different when somebody trusts you as a businessman and they say, "Look, I know you a cool dude, but my life, I'm gonna put my life in your hand. I need you to get me off my sister couch. I'm gonna put my life in your hand. These are my taxes, and I got 2 years I need you to do." You know what I mean? And for me to do that, and his sister, because I did her credit, literally, he just sent me so much business, man. I had to give him a referral link, like, "Bro, anybody you send me, I'll make sure you get paid for
Yes.
whatever service." And
Yeah.
that kind of touched me. I'm just, even when I talk to him, man, and he and his new house and everything is moving along for him. When I coached him in my program, we got more personal, but he was more comfortable because I've worked on your credit, I've done your taxes. That's a bond. Like, it ain't, you don't give everybody that information. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
that particular person is dear to me because he's literally supported every aspect of my business. Whatever it is, I'm working on his business credit now. Whatever aspect of my business, he supported it. And even though he's benefited because his taxes got done and he got a house or whatever, it's dear to me because he didn't have to do that. And I was honest enough to say, "Hey, I'm not, you know, tax AYZ, 20 years of experience. Look, man, I'm still learning. Don't worry about it, bro. You'll figure it out."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You figure everything else out. You got
That's what it's all about, building up that trust. I talk about it all the time, building up that trust and building a real relationship within that process. But, it's hard, but, once you do it, the payoff is so much bigger than just the money, than the exchange. And, that's something that's super big, man. And, your payoff is, being a servant is so much bigger. You was able to change somebody and affect somebody's life in a positive way. And that's what it's all about, for sure. Like, that's what it's all about. So,
it.
can you describe a significant operational challenge you faced and how you overcame it to improve your business?